Start tonight with a Minneapolis man convicted of supporting a known terrorist group and now faces life in prison.
Fox 9 was the first to report the link between a Minneapolis mosque and Somali men who had left the U.S. to fight in their homeland. Fox 9's Bill Keller has been tracking the story for us today. So, Bill, I know you were in court for the verdict.
Yeah, and it was a quick verdict, guilty on all 5 counts. But as the defendant left the courtroom, he smiled, raised his arms, waving both hands at his family and them waving back. The FBI calling this Operation Rhino, a reference to the Horn of Africa. Investigators uncovering what they called a terror pipeline originating right here in Minnesota.
After a 10-day trial in which the defense offered no witnesses, a federal jury found 46-year-old Mahamud Said Omar guilty on 5 terrorism-related counts of helping send more than 20 Minnesota men to Somalia to fight for a terrorist organization.
You cannot cross certain lines, and one of those lines is you cannot provide material support to a designated terrorist organization such as Al-Shabab. And that message should be crystal clear. If you choose to do that, there are some serious ramifications of that decision.
Prosecutors say much of the recruiting was done during secret meetings at this South Minneapolis mosque, where Omar worked as a part-time janitor. At trial, witnesses testified that Omar helped buy AK-47s for the recruits, some who fought and died for Al-Shabab, including the first known U.S.-born suicide bomber.
National security continues to be and will be the #1 priority of the Department of Justice.
Omar Jamal, a Somali representative with the United Nations, says he wouldn't second-guess the jury's verdict, but says the man they found guilty is merely a bit player, far from the mastermind of recruiting for Al-Shabaab.
So I believe that still the government has a long way to go to bring those who are really the mind behind this, to bring them to justice.
Even U.S. Attorney Todd Jones says while the conviction is a significant victory, this is not the end of the road for investigators.
But I can say that this case right here is not closure on the phenomena of Al-Shabaab, and it's not closure on our vigilance with making sure that those who cross that line are scrutinized appropriately.
I don't want that few bad apples to make a bad name for the 99.9% of good Somali Americans.
Sadiq Warfa is active in the Twin Cities Somali community, and while he has faith in the justice system, he hopes others will understand that most Somali Americans are contributing members of society.
So we are here to stay. This is our home. The message that I want to send is that we want America to be safe and secure as well as anybody else.
Now, Omar remains behind bars tonight awaiting sentencing. His family didn't comment after the guilty verdict, but friends said that they were devastated, not expecting him to be found guilty. Defense attorneys only saying that they're going to lick their wounds and file an appeal.